Good morning from day 5. I actually slept probably the best of the trip so far last night. I slept really good till probably about 2 or so. Had good dreams and then slept on and off after 2. About 5 a.m. started to get a little light and then the birds came out. There was one really annoying bird. It stopped now, but it sounded like a kid blowing on a whistle. At first I thought, oh, did somebody have a bear in their camp? But no, it was an annoying bird, and then there was a couple calling them. Very unmelodic call for the bird, but got me up and got me moving. It's just after 6 o'clock this morning. I have about 3-mile hike into Longmire where I'm going to resupply, pick up my resupply bucket, probably get some food there. I got to find the spoon. Like I said, I lost my spoon. That's a bummer. I love that spoon. Funny the things we become attached to. Hopefully be able to call home. I do have to charge my batteries, maybe some of my electronics, so I don't have to use my batteries. And then from there, I think I have another 6 miles to Devil's Dream, which I think is like over almost 3,000 feet, 2,900 feet, something like that of elevation. So that's probably going to take me 6-7 hours to do that. Being optimistic or pessimistic, not sure, but so it'll be a late day into camp today. I know Steve and Heather, I've been camping around the last few days, are on the same plan today. I think tomorrow too, we're all going to the same place, and they've been kind of fun. They've been fun to talk to. So that's the plan for today. Hopefully it won't take me much more than an hour and a half to get to Longmire this morning. I don't know what time the restaurant opens up, but if I get there at 7:30, I'm not going to go into the range station because they're dealing with permit people. But we'll get it all figured out. So we'll talk to you all in a little bit. I've been feeling really good this morning so far. It's a little cool, just enough that when you're moving, it's not too bad. The only thing I'm feeling is a little tweak in my right pinky toe, and it's nothing new. I don't know if it's these shoes or the insoles in them, or my socks or what, but I feel quite often with them. Usually I can get it to stop kind of tweaking a little bit quicker than this. So if it doesn't stop, I might have to stop myself and readjust my socks. I'm not sure what the cause of it is. As wide as the trail is here, I must be getting relatively close. Probably still a mile, maybe a mile and a half out, but look how wide the trail is here. It's been a beautiful, beautiful morning. Good morning, Mount Rainier. I'm pretty sure that I walked out on this bar, the river bar there, when I came in, when I was just driving around the park. Looks like I'm gonna get to cross over the river. The river itself is full of glacier melt, really dark and gray in color. I think I made a little bit of a mistake starting there. I was watching my feet going over that bridge, so I get good foot placement, but then with the water rushing down, it was a little nerve-wracking, so I brought my eyes up on the shore and was able to walk across no problem. Just popped up at the road. Yeah, I did stop at this area when I was sightseeing before, and 1.7 miles to Longmire. Cougar Rock Campground is just 0.2 miles off the trail in that direction. I guess that could be a spot you could use for a night camp. I think you have to get reservations. I don't think you can get it through the lottery system or through the permit system. Maybe you can. Just a thought for some of you thinking about doing this in the future. These, I think, might be huckleberries, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to try them. Just started passing some housing structures. I bet these are probably park employees. Not a bad place to spend your time living. It's gorgeous. And I just passed the sign that said 0.1 Longmire, so I am almost there. All right, coming into Longmire here. I saw the flag is up on the pole at the Wilderness Center, so they know they are open. That was something we watched them do when we were waiting in line before, so it is open. No line there right now. But now the fun comes in trying to find where I can get some power. I made it to Longmire. I had breakfast, which was really good, fairly reasonably priced for being a lodge in a national park. I got to hang out there for a while and charge my electronics, but I just picked up my resupply there, my fuel. First thing, before I go through that, I thought I'd show you what I have left from this first session. I'm doing pretty good. I had some cheese, but I brought all that cheese on accident. Well, I meant to put some in my resupply, but I forgot, so that's reasonable. I haven't opened my pretzels yet. A little beef jerky left, some corn nuts, and then just a few things right in there. So I've done pretty good on my planning. I'm going to go back through my resupply here and determine what I actually want to bring with me. 6.5 days is a lot of food to carry, so we'll see what we can do. All right, I guess I procrastinated as long as I can around here. It's just about 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna get heading up the trail. I think it's 6 miles, something like that, to Devil's Dream, 2,500 feet of elevation gain, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna take my time. Like I said, it's supposed to be a mosquito up there, a lot of mosquitoes up there, so I don't need to get there too early. But all right, here we go. All right, only 5.7. We can make that happen in 7-8 hours. All right, now I'm truly back on the trail. That's why I came down this morning. I'm going here is about 0.1 down to Longmire. So back on new trail. Don't have great hopes of this being easy. It was uphill from Longmire and it had me breathing. It's a good breathe, but not as hard as I was. I'm gonna give it to y'all real. I'm not gonna be one of those YouTubers who, you never see them breathe heavy. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know these uphills wipe me out and you can hear it in my breath. So that's the reality of life on the trail for me. So just take it one step at a time. Made it to the intersection of the Van Trump Park Trail. Still 4.1 miles to Devil's Dream, which sucks for me because I was hoping I was going a little faster than that. So what I've done, 1.6, oh, really slow. I just ran into some hikers that said there's no water at Devil's Dream, that 0.6 before it and 0.6 after there or something. So I guess I'm gonna have to load up there, which means carrying 5 liters up to camp, which is what, 10 pounds, 12 pounds, that's gonna suck. Look at who we just happened upon here. Hey, still looking pretty. Got a roaring stream below us. I wish that was Pyramid Creek. Probably not. But we're heading down. We've been heading down for 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes. Which is kind of a bummer because when you head down, eventually that means you're going to go up. But that's life on the Wonderland, ups and downs. Maybe that's what I should call my video, up and down on the Wonderland. I think this might be the creek crossing the ranger told me about, where I go up north here, I go to the right. There should be a bridge up here somewhere. There's some cairns through here. Pretty well worn trail, so I'm guessing something's up here, makes it a little bit easier to cross. Got flagging. Follow the cairns this way. Been working my way through this boulder field. I wonder if that's the result of all those cliffs caving in or just debris from other flows. This is not the bridge area I was thinking of, I don't believe. So I did come up to the bridge. Maybe this was the one. They were talking was a heck of a reroute around here. My legs are tired from working away through all those boulders. I'm not gonna, oh, what the heck. I guess I'll film going over this one. Hopefully it'll be okay. That wasn't too bad at all. Just gotta remember not to look down at the rushing water. That was a pretty long detour to get around that bridge being out. The bridge is great up there, but kind of longer than I thought. My legs are tired. I'm gonna find a place to take a break up here. Let them rest for just a little bit. It's been almost 2 hours since I left Longmire. Oh, I found a nice resting spot. Oh, just 2-3 minutes down the road from that water crossing. It feels good to sit down. I didn't realize how tired I was getting. I'm going to try to get some food in me, get a little bit of water, and check the map, see how much farther I have to go. The answer is a long way. That's okay. It's only almost 3 o'clock. I got plenty of time to get there. But I'm enjoying this. My body's good, feeling good right now. I'm guessing I still have some more climbing. We came down and we're in a bit of flat, so, you know, what goes down needs to come up. I keep saying that. So I'll probably be doing some more climbing before today is over. Talk to you in a little bit. Just checked on the map. I'm about 0.2, 0.3 from Pyramid and 2.5 miles and 1,200 feet below Devil's Dream. So I got to make sure I stop and get water about 0.5, 0.6 before it. And that's the last reliable source. I'll have to haul that up that last little bit. But future problems. Not too far in the future, but future problems. Oh, I just made it to my first big goal. It's a Pyramid Creek camp. Originally, when I made my itinerary online through the lottery, I was supposed to go, I think, from Maple Creek all the way to here in one day, which would have been about 15 miles with a big stopover in Longmire. So I'm glad I was able to change that through the walk-up permits. Made it much nicer, much easier. I was actually hoping to get here tonight, but they didn't have anything open. So I'll go another 2.5 miles up to Devil's Dream. That walk-up process, really appreciate that you can change your permit if you get there early enough. It worked really well for me this time. I'm in a very climby section. I've been climbing up, 10 minutes or so now. Fairly steep. I don't know. Taking breaks when I needed to. It still looks like I'm not even halfway up to the top of this area. Hopefully I don't have to go all the way up top. I did notice on the map there was a squiggly line section, so I'm really hoping this is it. And this is the big climb. Maybe not. We'll find out. I can see the top up there. Not too far away. Probably less than 75 yards before you go straight up, but who knows, A, if we're going up there or how many switchbacks, but feeling good. Well, so much for that thought that was taking me to the top of that section. Kind of curved left here, and I'm working my way past that area, so I don't know if I'll keep going up or what, but hey, each step's a surprise. Nothing sketchy or wonky about this bridge, huh? I just had a lovely conversation with a woman heading the other direction, doing the loop. I think she said in 7 days. Honestly, as I always say about these trails, the people are some of the nicest part, and she was just really fun to talk to. We had done some of the same trails and stuff like that, and she was just joyful. A little bit older than me, I think. She lives in a van. Pretty cool. But it was a nice conversation. All right, here is the area I was looking for. There used to be a bridge here. I could see some part of the bridge pile in there, but obviously it's not there anymore. This is where I need to get water from. It's barely trickling down there. So I think it'll take a little bit of time. I don't know how many I'm going to take up, 4 liters, 5 liters, something like that. We'll see. So there was kind of the bigger pool, but there were a bunch of mosquitoes around it, so I didn't want to go there. I was afraid they might lay some eggs there, so I got it out of this little area right here. Somewhere down there. That rock. Right there, I got filter 2, and then tried to get 3 in my bladder, but I can only get 2 in there because of the angle, so we'll go up with 4, save me 2 pounds. I hate to say it, but I had this nagging feeling, looking behind me, that my climbing might not be done. Might be a climb point 6 up to those campgrounds. Oh well, I'm gonna try to just take it easy. I don't finally kind of cooled off and not sweaty. I'd rather stay that way before getting into camp. So here it goes. All right, take a look at this. I've made it up to Devil's Dream, and yes, the mosquitoes are pestering me already. So I think there's 7 spots here, something like that. I'm gonna go not investigate all of them. I'll find a nice one and claim it. Probably try to go a little higher up though. All right, I didn't go too far up. 2's right here. The barrel pole is right over there, so this may end up doing for tonight. As you can see, I'm inside the tent. I made it here a little bit after 5 p.m. and yeah, the mosquitoes are definitely a presence. First thing I did was put the tent up and just threw my whole pack in right away to get out of them. I got bit maybe once, twice. They were more annoying than anything else, but I wasn't going to stay out there. Unfortunately, I had a little equipment failure. My Flex Light air pump died. Actually, didn't die. The on-off button shifted in position, and now it's just rattling around loose in there. If I can find it. Yeah, so it was a little shaky before I left. I probably should have brought my other one instead, but this one's kind of nice and light. So unfortunately, it looks like for the next 6 nights, I get to blow my Nemo tensor up by mouth, which I never like doing. That's too much work at the end of a day. So bummer on that. We'll see what I can do with that when I get home. Try to remember not to throw it out before then. But like I said, I'm going to chill in here for a little bit. I'm not planning on going outside other than to hang my food up on a bear pole, which is not too far away. I'm in site number 2. It's the second one in. The bear pole is probably 20 yards away, and I can see the toilet up on the hill a little ways. It's an outhouse, so 4 walls on this one. Hopefully it doesn't smell too bad. I'll talk to you in just a little bit. Here's a quick shot of my camp from the backside of it. The trail is right there. I have one group right down there and another group up there eating dinner, and mosquitoes are a little less, so not doing too bad.